How's everybody doing? I have not made a video for some time, and the reason being is that I was sick last month. I had COVID, and whenever we say the word COVID, then it's very scary, and I don't blame people not to be scared about, because already in last year and a half or two, couple of million people throughout the world actually died. So I had that fear in my mind too. I was not afraid of death or anything, because I knew that it was not severe, or at least I did not feel that it was severe. And also my attitude toward everything in life is to fight it out, and fight it out really hard. I don't give up. I don't recommend people to give up. As long as you have energy, as long as you think that you can fight a battle, you should fight. So this is the attitude I actually grew up in. In my previous videos, you might have seen some of the videos, and you probably have also heard my stories over and over, that how I grew up and how I fought the battle against the poverty. Anyway, so when I was sick, I think I started feeling the symptoms around December 7th or December 9th. Somewhere around there I started hacking, and also sneezing, runny nose, and really bad headache. Now everybody around me started telling me that I should get tested. So well, I decided finally that I should get tested. So I did go and got tested. One, I got tested through the drive-through system, and then one I got tested through CVS, the pharmacy. So Saturday, let's say, I think it was about December 13 or so, I got tested through the drive-through, and December 14th, I believe, I got tested through CVS. CVS is a pharmacy. And so I thought that, well, okay, it's better to have two tests, so that just to make sure that I whatever I have, they will catch it. And December's Saturday test, December 13th, I believe, a test came out negative, that I didn't have any COVID, so I was happy about it. But just a couple of hours later, the CVS pharmacy test came, and it said that I was positive of COVID. Now, back in my mind, I knew that I had COVID. I mean, because you were watching TV for the last couple of years or so, and they talked about symptoms, COVID symptoms, and I did have a headache. I did have no taste in my mouth, and also a lot of hard time breathing. It was not the breathing because of the chest issue. I could breathe fine, but it was just basically the congested nose and itchy throat. So well, when the test came that positive of COVID, so I decided to, well, I should stay away from people like the doctor would recommend, and I started taking medicine. Now for a couple of days, it was really tough. It was really tough, and I could not sleep. I could not sleep well because of not the breathing issue through the chest. It's just the congested nose. But then I started taking medicine, and then it started getting better. 2 days were bad, but I think about Monday, whenever that Monday, the second or third Monday fell in the month of December, I started feeling better, and then after that, gradually my health started improving. Now back also in my mind, I was thinking about, since this is just in my nature, the fighting spirit I have, and to fight the odds. So I just kept on thinking, when I was sick, I just really couldn't do anything. All you could do is actually just lay around and watch TV. But when you're sick, you don't really like anything. I slept a lot, like most people will tell you that there's no energy, headaches and things like that. So I slept a lot. But whenever I woke up, and I just kept on thinking about this video I watched. And now it's an interesting video I watched, and that actually pretty much inspired me to fight it out, this COVID. That video was about three animals, a big python, and a lion, and also hyena, and 4 animals, as a matter of fact, and badger. And I heard about badger and animal, but I did not know that how strong they were. So this video I was watching right before when I got COVID, I was just scrolling through, and then I ran into this video. And this video, I noticed that this big python is probably about beautiful python. I mean, it's got the underneath of his belly is pretty much like a white body or skin, and on the top of the body was just one of those black and brownish and gray patches and rings around, and it was a beautiful, and the face was almost like white, but a couple of spots on his forehead, big mouth, probably about the size of, I would say that at least 6 inches when he opened his mouth. Now, when I was watching this video, I noticed that the python actually got the badger totally coiled in his body, and he was just choking that. He was putting such a strong ring and a tight ring around the badger, and badger was just basically fighting for his life. But badger was not dead, and he was just gasping and fighting and trying to get out of that ring the python put on his body, and just totally just choking him. But then what happened is the lion. There was a lioness around too, and the lioness thought that, well, this is the best opportunity either to get a python or to get a badger, because badger could not run anywhere, and the python, we all know that he was trying to get trying to kill the badger. So lion that either she's gonna get either the python or she's gonna get a badger. But then as soon as lion approach toward the python sort of like pretending like he's gonna attack lion, and the lion was very careful, but she went around, and then she thought that, well, if she doesn't get the python, she would get the badger, because badger could not run anywhere. So anyhow, this back and forth, just basically the lion approaching the python, or sometimes she tried to approach the badger to get the badger from python's grip, the tight ring the python put around the badger's body. And badger here is fighting and trying to get out of that choke she put around his body, but also at the same time he's trying to fight the lion. Well, how could you fight the lion? Because you are basically incapable of even moving. But he was showing his teeth, and also the python was also trying to attack the lion. Lion were actually very cautious about it. Now I thought that how this badger is gonna get out of this situation, and how the python is going to survive. Then, to make the matter worse, then a hyena got in the picture, and hyenas are always hanging out where there is any prey, and usually around lions, because the lion, any animal, because the bunch of hyenas show up, because that's their nature. They try to get this scrap. Anyway, so I thought that, well, I felt very sorry for a badger, but also I knew about badgers. They have a fighting spirit, and they don't give up. They fight, and until they win. And most of the time they happen to win. But anyway, this situation, so I got more interested into it. And then python was showing her teeth to the lion, and here the badger is fighting, and here's a hyena is trying to get to the python, and lion is trying to get to the python. Python is also trying to protect himself. Then somehow I think what happened is that since the python is sort of fighting with a lion, and the grip the python put around badger's body, it got probably loose. I'm speculating, and the badger got out of it. Now, as soon as badger got out of the ring, which I was totally surprised. I was just looking at that how now the entire thing is going to play out. So very first thing what badger did, first he got out of that, and then he basically tried to put two and two together that who to attack first. Now he was probably, I'm assuming that he was already trying to attack the python, so he went around and attacked python again. Now python was facing two enemies. Actually the python was facing three enemies. Here's a badger which she was trying to get, but now badger got out of her grip. Now she has a lion and also she has a hyena. So badger first, what he did, actually attacked the python, and somehow he got the neck of the python and killed the python. But as soon as the lioness saw that the python is probably half dead or almost dead, she tried to grab the python because there was a lot of 200 pounds meat there. And so badger decided that attack the lion. So he scared the lioness. And it was not a lion, it was a lioness. And then he dragged, there was a huge big bush around in that area where they were fighting. So what badger did, actually grabbed the python and dragged the python into the bush. But he had to fight over and over to the lioness to get to protect his prey, and so that he could have a great meal or whatever, So anyway, and then the hyena was attacking also the half dead python, and he was grabbing the tail of the python so he can get a little bit of a meat, and he did manage to get some of the meat, and then he got busy eating the meat, but lion did not get anything. So now badger pulled 2/3 of the python into the bushes and then came out and then started scaring the lion. Lion knew that most of the prey is actually badger already got, so there was no point to fight the badger. So somehow she decided to back off, and now badger attacked the hyena, and a hyena knew that he may not be able to win a battle with the badger. I don't know, I'm just guessing that this is how the video seemed like. And then he also backed off, and then 2/3 of the body of the python was already in the bushes, and then 1/3 of the body was out there. So badger dragged the entire body into the bushes. Now I was very surprised. This video was I think about 5 or 7 minutes long. I was very surprised. I heard that the badgers were very strong, and the badgers like to fight, and badger don't give up. And here I saw the video and I saw that how strong they are. I mean, she not only scared the lioness and also the hyena, but also killed the python. And that's the spirit of a fighter. They don't give up. I don't think that I have that kind of a strong spirit, but I'm pretty strong, I don't give up. So when I was sick and with COVID, I was thinking about that I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up, because I kept on thinking about that badger, how he actually won the battle against the 3 strong animals. And badgers are not that big. I mean, they're very strong. They're stout, solidly built. But I if I have to guess, that badger's weight probably 125 pounds to 150 pounds. He looked stout and strong. But the moral of the story is this: that you don't give up. The badger did not give up. So I thought that, well, this COVID is not going to kill me. I got to be as strong as badgers. So you never know in life where you're going to get that strength, where you're going to get that spirit to fight it out. And so when I was sick with COVID, I decided that, well, no matter how what it would take for me to get better, I will fight it out. And I did fight it out. I'm fine. You can tell that I'm fine. So what I'm saying, that no matter what situation you are in, what you are going through in life, do not give up. Fight it out if you can, and then eventually you're gonna win the battle. This is the moral of this story. Whether you are in a business or whether it's in a personal life, you do not want to give up. Be like a badger, so that you win every time. Like I always say in my videos, that tell your friends about this story, tell your friends about this video, and subscribe my channel. And always make sure that you save at least 60 to 65% to 80% of your net income if you want to succeed in business. And why I shared this story about this badger, lion, and hyena, because whenever you are in business or whenever you are in any condition where you think like you do not have any chance to survive, fight it out, don't give up, and have a very strong willpower, and you're gonna win every time. Thank you very much for watching the video. Tell your friends about this video and be like a badger. Fight, fight, fight. Thank you again. Subscribe my channel. This is Sharma the Man. I hope you all are doing well and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.